Mae Govannen, my Elven, Fae and Otherkin family. Today I'm starting yet another new series, and this one is to help make or view the lighter side of the Elven lifestyle. I know that a lot of my videos might, for some people, be kind of intense or very serious or deeply spiritual, and I love doing those. It is a part of my reason for being here is to teach, but also to learn from you. So I will continue to do those on a regular basis, but I'd like to start doing a few things on the lighter side as well. So starting today is a new series, and it's Tips for Living an Elven Life on a Daily Basis. So we're going to try to cover some of the lighter side, some of the things that we can do every day. I've had this request again from another viewer. For things that we can do every day that will help embrace the Elven lifestyle, embrace that Elven child that is within you. And they're going to be very short videos, and we're going to cover a wide variety of topics. We're going to be talking about one of my favorite things to do with this is every so often we're going to be doing a recipe, very short recipe. For a lot of you, you know, and for some of you don't, I am a raw vegan doctor, and so I never eat cooked food. It's all just raw, vegan, fresh food. And a lot of people think, well, there's not a whole lot you can really eat that way. You would be absolutely amazed at the amount of food that you can eat. And at the end of this video, I'll be showing a very short clip on a book that I have out on that. You don't have to get it. It's just showing you that there are hundreds of recipes out there. So we're going to be doing things on videos on recipes, things that you can make at home that are very, very tasteful, but also very, very healthy for you, and to help encourage that Elven spirit. We're going to be doing videos on Elven crafts, things that you can make at home, things that you can do. So we're going to be doing more of those. There'll be actual how-tos, how to do those things, again, from an Elven point of view. There'll be something that I think is extremely important for the Elven spirit is meditation. We're going to be doing, giving you tips on meditation, things that you can do to help enhance your experience and to help remember who you are. And for those, I've done this once before, and for those that are interested, every so often I will be giving financial tips. A lot of you know that we've been in the crypto world and been very, very blessed with it. And one of the big things we talked about in the past is that a lot of those in the Elven Fae and Otherkin community don't make a whole lot of money because they refuse to conform and work for some other corporate individual, and I totally get that. I haven't worked for an individual in a very long time. So these are ways that you'll be every so often giving tips on things that you can constructively do to help manifest the kind of financial lifestyle that you're looking for. Okay, also going to be every so often giving herbal tips. I'm going to talk about a particular herb of the day or the herb of the week that we can do, that we can, that probably is growing in your backyard or growing nearby, and how medicinal and helpful and healing they can be. So we're going to be talking about those every so often. And for even more lighter side, I'm going to be getting into Elven poetry and Elven music. I'll play some music for you. We'll do some poems. You are welcome, my viewers, that if you have an Elven poem or song that you would like, that you've written, please send it to me. I will be more than happy to play it during the video. All right. Every so often, if it's really important, I'm not going to get into politics, but every so often, if there is something important that week that is of the current events that we need to talk about from an Elven perspective, I will be happy to talk about that. These videos I will try to have out at least once a week on tips for living an Elven lifestyle on a daily basis. So I'll try to do this once a week for you. And again, one of my favorite things I love to do is answering questions from viewers. So please feel free and in the comments below to send me your questions or comments. You can also send your emails to me, your questions to radio@elvenscholar.org. radio@elvenscholar.org. You can send your questions to me, and I'll be happy to read them during the next week's episode. All right, we're also going to talk about one of my favorite things are books and things that help encourage and remind us of who we are. Maybe we'll do a little reading from them now and then. And then also we'll be covering things like Elven language. Maybe we'll do a word of the day every so often, Elven history, culture, all those types of things. So this is a short series every week on different things that we can do to live the elven lifestyle, all right, on a daily basis. Well, today is episode 1, and I'm going to go ahead and do something tasty, and we're actually going to show you how to make raw vegan chocolate pudding. Absolutely incredible. So we're going to walk through that real quick, and I hope you enjoy it. Thank you. All right, as I mentioned, I'm going to be doing a raw vegan chocolate pudding today. We're using 2 avocados, and normally the recipe is 4 avocados to a half a cup of raw cacao and about a half a cup to 3/4 of a cup of raw agave, but I'm making just a small batch today. So you take a couple of very ripe avocados, and you wouldn't believe that avocados work wonderfully with pudding because they're a very high, very healthy fat content, so that makes it very, very creamy. So you want to make sure that you safely remove the seeds from within, and then we're going to scoop the avocado out, and today we're also using a Vitamix. You don't have to have a Vitamix. You can use a wide variety of wonderful blenders out there. We just happen to have been blessed to be able to get a Vitamix. So we want to make sure we scoop all of it out, make sure you try not to get the black or brown spots, and put it on into the Vitamix. And from there, we're going to get ready to add the next ingredient. This whole thing only takes maybe 5 minutes, and that's it. It's a very, very simple recipe, but again, it's very high in good essential fats, a lot of vitamins and minerals, and again, it's raw, so it's still living, vibrant food. All right, which is a whole lot healthier for you, a lot better for that elven body to remember that elven spirit from within. All right, so the next ingredient we're going to move on to is the raw agave. Now, this is raw agave. It's still very healthy for you. It's been barely processed at all. And so in this case, we're going to do about since I'm cutting it down, we're going to do about a 1/4 cup or so, 1/4 to a half a cup of the raw agave. And so you can see it's pretty close to half a cup probably. And I'm going to go ahead and pour that in. And our next ingredient is raw cacao. Okay, so that is just the raw chocolate from nature and has been dried and then turned into a powder, ground into a powder. It has not been heated, has not been cooked. It's purely raw. Now, a lot of people may go, okay, but chocolate or cacao has a lot of caffeine in it. All right, okay, you're seeing me put it back in there. Yes, I know, I probably should have done it reversed. It's now sticky because of the agave, but it still works out. I'm going to use about a 1/4 cup of raw cacao. The beautiful thing about raw cacao is even though it has caffeine in it, there is so much fiber in it that the fiber actually binds up a lot of the caffeine and takes it out of your system. I'm extremely sensitive to caffeine, and it doesn't bother me at all when it comes from raw cacao. So that's all, 3 ingredients, the avocados, the raw agave, and the raw cacao. We blend it up for a few minutes to get it nice and smooth. That's all there is to it. It's very, very simple. So what I'm going to try to do is show you throughout this series, whenever I do recipes, show you some very simple recipes that you can do at home. It doesn't take very long at all, and you can eat so much of this raw vegan chocolate pudding here and still not gain weight on it. Plus, it's extremely healthy for you because it has not been cooked. It still has all of the natural enzymes in them. They haven't been cooked out. Enzymes are destroyed over 118 degrees. And this is still at room temperature, so you don't have to use your enzymes for digestion. This already comes with it. You can use your enzymes for other things. It's extremely good. For those who love chocolate, this is an amazing recipe to use. I don't do it too often. It is very sweet, so you can always cut back on the raw agave if you'd like to. But I love Vitamixes. They're the best blender I know of, but as you can see here, they're not the easiest to get stuff out of the very bottom because you can't open it up and get down to there. So not always the easiest to clean, not always the easiest to get the food out of, but it is, to me, still the best blender out there. And I mean, gosh, it'll even blend and produce flour out of wheat grain, which I've done before, grown my own wheat grain and made flour from it. So we are done. That's all there is to it. Very simple at this point. I'll show you what it looks like, and then it goes in the fridge and we eat it later in the evening. It is absolutely incredible. Raw vegan chocolate pudding made from avocados. So I hope you enjoyed it. It's wonderful. As always, I want to thank you all for watching, and until we are together again, may you be blessed by the elves. My name is Dr. Erendil Spendelelis, and I am the Elven Scholar. Namarie.